Can a footballer really stop a war? Not with weapons, not with politics, but with a ball at his feet and hope in his voice. This is the unbelievable true story of Didier Drogba, the man who helped end a civil war in Ivory Coast through football. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful moments in football history. When Didier Drogba, a striker known for his goals, became a peacemaker who changed the fate of his country. And trust me, what you're about to hear will make you see football in a completely different way. To understand Drogba's impact, we first need to understand Ivory Coast in the early 2000s. The country was torn apart by a brutal civil war. North against South, rebels against government. Families were divided, cities destroyed, and hope was fading. And yet, in the middle of this chaos, one thing united everyone: football. The national team, Les Éléphants, carried the dreams of the people, even as their country was being torn apart. Think about this. Do you believe sport has the power to change politics, to actually stop wars? Comment yes or no below. I'm curious to see what you think. In 2005, Ivory Coast was fighting to qualify for their first ever World Cup. Against all odds, they did it. They beat Sudan, and the nation erupted in joy. But it wasn't just football history. What happened after that game would become a turning point for the entire country. After Ivory Coast's historic qualification, the players celebrated in the locker room. Cameras rolled, the nation was watching, and that's when Didier Drogba did something no one expected. He dropped to his knees and spoke directly to the rebels and the government. Ivorians, we have proven that we can all live together. Please lay down your weapons and hold elections.
Ivoiriens, Ivoiriennes, du nord et du sud, du centre à l'ouest. Vous avez vu, on vous a prouvé aujourd'hui que toute la Côte d'Ivoire peut cohabiter, peut jouer ensemble pour un même objectif, se qualifier pour le mondial. Vous nous avez promis que cette fête allait rassembler le peuple. Aujourd'hui, on vous demande, s'il vous plaît, on se met à genoux. Pardonnez. 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 Le seul pays de l'Afrique qui a toutes ses richesses ne peut pas sombrer dans la guerre comme ça. S'il vous plaît, déposez tous les armes. Faites les élections, organisez les élections et tout ira du mieux.
Imagine this scene. A footballer, not a president, not a general, pleading for peace on live TV. If you were in Drogba's place, would you have had the courage to make that speech? Or would you have stayed silent? Let me know in the comments. And here's the crazy part. People listened. His message spread across the country. Suddenly, Drogba wasn't just a striker at Chelsea. He was a symbol of unity. Drogba and the team didn't stop there. In 2007, they convinced the government to hold a crucial match in Bouaké, a rebel stronghold. Think about the risk. Tens of thousands of fans, soldiers from both sides, and a nation still on edge. But when Ivory Coast played there, something magical happened. Rebels and government soldiers sat side by side, cheering for the same team. For 90 minutes, they weren't enemies. They were just fans of football. That match became a symbol. Here's a challenge for you. Name another moment in football where the sport went beyond the pitch and changed history. I'll feature the best answers in the next video. Football wasn't just a game anymore. It was a bridge between two sides that thought they could never sit together again. Didier Drogba's plea didn't magically erase all conflict, but it sparked dialogue, and it showed Ivorians that peace was possible. His influence helped push leaders to the negotiation table, and eventually Ivory Coast held democratic elections. Years later, when people talk about Drogba, they don't just remember the Champions League final or his powerful goals. They remember the man who gave his country hope when it needed it most. He showed the world that football is not just about trophies. It's about unity, identity, and humanity. Didier Drogba proved that sometimes one voice, one moment, and one game can change the course of history. From Stamford Bridge to Ivory Coast, his legacy isn't just football, it's peace. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think football still has this kind of power today? Could a player step up right now and unite a divided nation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if Drogba's story inspired you, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more incredible football stories, and share this video with a friend who loves the beautiful game.